Hello everyone, this is Sarda, Social Department, Bharati Devon, Tadepalligudam. Children, today we'll discuss about the soil formation. In the previous video we discussed about land resource. So difference between land and soil. Land, different kinds of lands like plateaus, mountain, plains, etc. The place where we step on, that is land. Now soil. Soil, it is the sub part of land. Now soil resource. Children, the layer of grainy substance covering of the surface of the earth is called soil. The topmost layer of the earth is known as soil, which has grainy substance. Grainy means small particles. Okay. Now, landforms. Different kinds of landform. So, landforms are the base for the soil. So, as the landforms, the soil also depends. So, from the landforms, there is a soil, and soil contain the elements like organic matter, minerals, and weathered rock. What is organic matter? The waste of the animals, plants known as organic matter, and minerals which present in the soil. When the mixture of the both organic matter and minerals which make the soil fertile. Now, weathered rock. Weathered rock means the breaking up rocks into big to small pieces is known as weathered rock. This is also the element of soil. So soil contain organic matter, minerals, and weathered rock. Now let us know about weathering. Weathering, the breaking up and decay of exposed rocks by temperature changes, frost action, plants, animals, and human activity. Here children, the rocks break. How the rocks break? By the temperature changes. When the temperature is more, then automatically the rock break into pieces. And frost action. What is frost? When the glaciers move, due to the friction, the rock break into pieces. Plants, animals, their waste matter, and also human activity which make the changes, which bring the changes into soil. So these all are the elements of soil, and this is called weathering. Okay, now let us know about soil profile. So how soil is made and what it contains. Here children, you see the picture. There is at the bottom there is a parent rock. This is the base for soil. The parent rock, above this parent rock, there is a weathered rock. Already we discussed about the weathering. So weathering means when the parent rock, due to temperature and rainfall, it break into pieces, that is known as weathered rock. Above this weathered rock, it contain subsoil. The subsoil like sand, clay, etc. And above this there is the topsoil, and which contain humus. So humus means it is the waste matter of plants and animals. So with this the soil profile is made. Now let us discuss about the factors of soil formation. The main factors of soil formation is parent rock and climate. So what is parent rock? The parent rock, it determines color, texture, chemical properties, mineral content, and permeability. So different kinds of rocks are there at the bed of the land, and they have different color, texture. Texture means some kinds of rocks are very hard, some are very soft and smooth. So that is known as texture. And it also have chemical properties. It also contain mineral and permeability. Permeability means when we pour water into soil, it absorbs. It goes on directly deep into the land. So some kind of soil, they absorb the water fast, some they do not absorb the water. That is known as permeability. So these are the features of parent rock. Next, about climate. Climate contain temperature, rainfall, influence, rate of weathering and humus. So based upon temperature and rainfall, the rock changes into soil. So this is the main factors of soil formation, parent rock and climate. Next, the other factors like relief. Relief means height, altitude and slope determine accumulation of soil. Now here you see the picture here, two different kinds of mountains are there. Here the first one, this kind of mountain, it has steep slope. When the rock break into pieces, it automatically slow down and the pieces of rocks they deposit to the bottom of the hills. The next one you see here, in this mountain the slope is very gentle. When there is a weathering, the soil particles they deposited on the mountain. So this is also the factor of soil formation. The next factor is flora, fauna and microorganism. Children, flora means plant kingdom, fauna means animals and microorganism means small bacteria which is present in the soil. These together make the soil very fertile and affect the rate of humus formation. Okay. Next one is time. Time determines the thickness of soil profile. So according to the time, the thickness of soil is found. Okay, small note is there. It takes hundreds of years to make just 1 centimeter of soil. Okay, children. So these are the factors of soil formation: parent rock, climate, relief, flora, fauna and microorganism and time. All together the soil is formed by these factors. Okay, children, now we know about the degradation of soil and conservation measures. Children, degradation means the soil fertility is going to be decreased. So what are the factors responsible for degradation of soil? These are deforestation. Deforestation means cutting down forest. When we cut the forest, automatically the top layer of the soil will be uprooted. This also eroded by the deforestation. Next, overuse of chemical fertilizers or pesticides. So using chemicals or pesticides, it increase the soil fertility, but at the same time when we use excess or more use of fertilizers, gradually the soil will be decreased. So the fertility of the soil will be decreased. Next, landslide. We have discussed earlier landslide. When a large mass of land or debris slope down the earth, so automatically the fertility also will be eroded with this. So this leads to the soil degradation. Overgrazing. Children, animals they graze. So during the grazing, what will happen? They, along with the grass, they uproot the top layer of soil. So this leads to the soil degradation. Rain wash. During the heavy rainfall, along with the rainwater, the top soil, the toppest part of the soil will be washed away. Next, floods. When there is heavy rainfall, it leads to the floods. So during the flood, what will happen? The most of the top layer of soil will be mixed with the rainwater. And during the floods, you may have seen that the water color will be changed. It become brown. That means the topmost layer of soil is mixed with the rainwater. So floods leads to the soil degradation. So these are the factors responsible for soil degradation. That is deforestation, overuse of chemical fertilizers or pesticides, landslides, overgrazing, rainwash, floods. Okay, now children, let us discuss about the methods of soil conservation. Conservation means to protect the soil fertility. So what are the methods are there? Through this we can conserve the fertility of soil. Among that, the first one is mulching. Now what is mulching? Mulching means covering soil with organic matter to retain moisture. So how to retain moisture? Moisture means the water percent in the soil. So how to retain moisture in the soil? What is the method? Suppose we planted a tree and around the tree we have to cover that the tree along with the soil with by mixing of organic matter. Organic matter, the humus or the waste material of fruits, flowers, etc. So when we cover this tree along with the organic matter, automatically the soil moisture will be retained. So this method is known as mulching. Next, counter barriers. Barriers means to check or to stop. So this method is used in the hilly areas. Here you see this is the bottom of slopey area of the hillsides. So here also the people they grow the crops. So how to grow the crops and how to stop the soil erosion? Because due to this slope, automatically during the rainfall, the topmost layer of the soil will be washed away to down. So how to stop it? We have to construct the walls in the intervals. So when we construct like these walls, automatically the topmost layer of the soil will be stopped near to the walls. So these are called barriers. So children, this method is used in the hilly areas. These are known as barriers. Okay. Next is rock dams. Now what is rock dam? Here you see there is a river. It is flowing. When the river is flow, it eroded the soil or loaded material, and when we construct a dam across the river, then it become here thin. Here you see it is wider and it is carrying the all loaded material, and this is stopped by the dam which is constructed across the river. So with this also we can stop the soil erosion. Next one, intercropping. Now what is intercropping? Suppose this is a small plot of land, and in this we have to grow number of trees. Suppose in this row we planted big trees here. The next row very small trees. Again in this row big trees. Side of this again small. Again big. So what will happen when the air flow with a great force with the help of these trees? It stop the soil erosion. So the trees or vegetation cover, they stop the soil erosion by intercropping. Okay. Next one, terrace farming. What is terrace farming, children? This method is used in the hilly areas. Now see, here is a mountain, and the next side, the side of the mountain, the plantation. There is a plantation or agriculture is practiced. So how they practice the plantation or agriculture here? Children, the people they cut the hillside. Here they cut it and they made it flat. Like that they are making like a steps. So on these steps they grow the crops. So this method is used in the hilly areas. With this also we can stop the soil erosion. This is known as terrace farming. Next method is counter ploughing. Now what is counter ploughing? This method also used in the hilly areas. So around the hill or the people they plough like this parallel way. So in the parallel way, when they plough or they planted trees, then with this they can stop the soil erosion. See here one parallel way. In this parallel way they planted the trees. Again down or the bottom of the hills, again they in the parallel way they planted the trees. So with this method also we can stop the soil erosion. This is known as counter ploughing. The last one is shelter belts. Now what is shelter belts? Here also a piece of land, and in this around the field, see here rows of trees are grown all sides. So with this we can stop the soil erosion. Okay, so these are the methods with this we can conserve the soil erosion. Okay children, we can stop the soil erosion and we can conserve the soil not to being washed away. Again, mulching, counter barriers, rock dams, intercropping, terrace farming, counter ploughing and shelter belts. So I think children, everybody have understand the topic very well, and there is a worksheet based on this. Please listen carefully and please complete the worksheet. Thank you.